Good morning. Today is going to be an amazing day. We finally got the S10 back and we're gonna get this thing ready to take on our road trip. I plan on leaving next Monday, not this upcoming Monday, next Monday. And we're gonna drive the Temu S10. I built this freaking truck with Temu all the way to Tennessee, 1,400 miles there and back without breaking down. So the mission for this video is making this thing a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more reliable, and a little bit better for this road trip, and we have a lot to do, so let's get started. Yes, like I stated before, we do have the S10. This thing now has a full exhaust, and we're gonna do a little bit more of this. I'm gonna show you a little bit more of this truck in a little bit once we start working on it, but this thing is tuned, it runs and drives, still needs a paint job, and we need to do a lot of things to make this reliable and nice. I didn't realize how low this truck was until I tried to put it inside my garage. Turns out this thing is way too low because the frame actually bottoms out on my driveway. Keep in mind my driveway is incredibly horrible, but regardless, a truck being this low that I can't even put it in my garage is freaking insane. Luckily for me, we are gonna start working in the rear of this truck, so I guess we still got inside the garage because this is what I'm gonna do today anyway. Mission number one, we're gonna fix the tailgate latch. So I went to Advanced Auto and I picked the actual grommets, I guess you can say, for this. This doesn't have any locking rod grommets, so anytime I use the actual handle, these rods come off. These are supposed to keep the rods in place. So let's throw some on. 5 minutes later, this has rod clips now that are going to hold the rods in place. So let's throw this back together and this should be 100% for the next person. Next on this list, we're gonna fix this roll pan issue here. We have a couple holes where we can mount the license plate. Unfortunately, there's nothing to screw onto this thing, but I did go to Advance and I bought these license plate security screws, and these are gonna make it super easy to put a license plate on here. I also want to install the light for the license plate, but first, let's see if we can even mount a license plate. Essentially, these are just little plastic holders that pretty much will allow you to screw anything inside of it. So these will just clip on and then you can put a screw on it, and that's simply it. There we go, simple as that. Now let's simply tighten this up. These screws that they provide are very weird, man. They're easy to like slide on. Yo, this looks absolutely fire. This license plate isn't for this truck. I kind of just threw it on to show you what it looks like. But the blue looks pretty freaking sick. This rear end looks so freaking attractive. We have the lights, the tailgate, the latch, the light, the exhaust. The rear end is now done on the S10. We just got it painted. This thing looks so sick. Well guys, it is the next day and I think mission for today is to drop off the S10 to get tint. This thing is a fishbowl. It is going to look so much better and it's crazy hot. If I'm going to be driving at 1,400 miles, I want to be able to just have tint at least at one side because I don't have AC, so I do need to keep a window open at all times. Regardless, it's going to make it look sick. Let's drop it off to finally get tint. And as you can see, this thing is a fishbowl. You can clearly see through all the windows, and in this Florida heat, it's not doing it for me. Plus, I think this truck's going to look ridiculous with tint. So now, let's drop it off to the tinter. We are ready. There we go, baby. Let's go. So far, so good. This thing is running good. It sounds good. It stops good. Haven't been pulled over. It's good. Yo, this thing drives amazing. Holy snap. This was a junkyard car at one point. And now I'm on the freeway going 70, cruising. This is so fire, man. It honestly, like crazy to think I built this engine with Temu. Great oil pressure. It's running ice cold. I couldn't ask for more, man. This is sick. I just got the call. The S10 is done. It was exactly $220. I have it right here. It's gonna suck driving that thing because it doesn't have AC. I can't even put the windows down. Ugh, I am not looking forward to this. I'm gonna sweat bullets driving home. It is what it is. Let's go. The next day. I completely forgot to show you guys the tint, and it looks amazing. I am in love with this truck, so let me show you the tint. Bam! Look at that. We decided to go with 20%. We did 5% on the front windshield. So as you can see, that's 5. The rest of it is 20%, which is perfect because you can still see inside of it. You're not going to get pulled over. And it looks extremely, extremely nice. Dude, look at this. The murdered out look looks amazing. This part you can see out of this thing so easily too. So it's not like it's blinding. You don't have any hidden spots. It literally makes it look so much better. It's a little bit shady. This looks really, really good. And now that we have this thing tinted, we're gonna move on to the interior of this truck. This whole video is just pretty much making this thing a little bit more comfortable. And one thing I really, really want to upgrade is the steering wheel, because the one in this truck is horrible. It is trash. It is broken. It looks ugly, and it definitely has wear and tear. Luckily, I already bought a brand new one. I've never installed one of these older steering wheels on these older vehicles, so this is going to be a learning curve for me. And I'm going to try to show you exactly how to do this. So let's get started. Before we get started, this is kind of what I'm working with. This mechanism is very, very odd. There's like a holding clip holding that nut. I don't know how to install any of this. So I think my first measure is just going to be taking this clip, taking the nut, and pulling the steering wheel off, and hopefully it comes off. I honestly don't know. This is a learning curve for me, so I'm just gonna record the whole thing. Hopefully it comes out well. Funny enough, I did not even find any videos on how to do this online, but it has this little weird clip here. I'm just gonna shove this flathead, or try to at least, and see if I can remove it. But the worst part is the fact that anytime I put any pressure on it, it just spins, as you can see there. I removed the clip with a flathead. That was very annoying. Now we're gonna spray this with some WD-40 just to kind of lubricate the threads, and hopefully this thing comes out easy. We can hope, right? Now let's remove the center bolts with a 21mm socket. Oh, that was easy. Look at that. I am not gonna lie, I went to Advance, got a puller, and I didn't think this thing was gonna work because it was just 10 bucks at Advance. Used it for 10 seconds. Steering wheel's out. Now that we have everything installed, after looking at a couple videos and just kind of playing with this stuff, I kind of get the gist of it. First thing we're going to do is actually install our adapter. This is going to adapt the new steering wheel to the old steering column. It does have a little portion on top that says top. So this is going to go just like so. And you do have to press it in pretty hard. Just like so. Next on the list is the horn wiring. This is the horn wiring. Is going to go through this little green adapter here. So you're going to slide it through there. And it has a little locking mechanism right here. So you're going to press it like so. There we go. We now have horn wiring. Next on the list is the hub cover. This is simply going to go on top of the actual hub to hide everything and make it look pretty. This simply slides in place like so. Look at that. Yes, sir. Now you're probably wondering, Irving, are you done working on the S10? Is it ready for that road trip? And that answer is no, not yet. So, long story short, I'm going to be testing out the Temu engine by driving it 1,400 miles. That engine cost me $700, so I want to do 2 miles for every dollar I spent on this engine. Unfortunately, it is rainy season, and that truck has no windshield wipers. So today's mission is to get windshield wipers on that freaking truck. And by windshield wipers, I mean like the whole mechanism. Like when I got that truck, it had absolutely nothing. And we got to make it have windshield wipers so we can see, because it's probably raining like crazy up north. And as you can clearly see, there's nothing there. So we have to put the whole windshield mechanism inside of this car, wipers, everything, the motor. This has absolutely nothing. Luckily for me, I did drive 8 hours yesterday, and I found someone parting out an S10, and we're gonna throw it all together. So let's throw some windshield wipers on this thing. Step 1, we need to insert the whole windshield mechanism, and I believe, oh gosh, it goes like this. It definitely goes like this. Okay, so put this one in. I don't know, we'll just give it a go. And this goes in like so. Yes sir, look at that, we have it. Mechanism is now in place, it's tightened up, so now we can move on to the next step. And now we're gonna toss a brand new window motor onto this thing. So yeah, I didn't feel good tossing the old one. We're gonna toss a brand new one on this thing. Surprisingly enough, this thing has like barely any fitment and it fits perfectly fine. So now we can start bolting this thing up. Windshield wipers are now installed. I have to read the forums and look at some wiring because I haven't connected the motor, but the windshield wipers themselves are now thrown on. They look great. We just got to figure out the wiring. We're going to save that for another day because we have a lot to do and I don't want to spend my whole day just reading forums. I can do that at night, later tonight when I sit down and I'm not working on this. I'll start reading the forums and try to figure out the wiring, but that is done. Now, we're gonna move on to something that is going to make, personally, it's gonna make this truck a little bit better for me because it depends on the person. Some people love this, some people don't, but let me just give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. If I'm to fire this truck on, close this door, that's all I hear. You can hear the engine running. It is loud in here. I have to yell to even hear myself. Some people like the I like it to a certain extent, but I don't like it for 14-hour road trips. I definitely don't like it for that. This is literally all you hear 24/7. There's no insulation whatsoever on the firewall, no insulation whatsoever on the carpet. There's no insulation whatsoever. So today's mission is to throw insulation onto this thing and make it a little bit better. I actually ordered this insulation a while back. It comes with instructions, pretty easy. You clean the surface and you kind of peel the little paper here, stick it on. This insulation is like 3-layered. It has foams, it has heat protection as well, so it's going to cool down the truck quite a lot, make it look very good, make it sound a little bit nicer. Let's get started. I ended up pulling the carpet back, and this is why this thing is super loud. There's literally no insulation, so before we can throw the insulation on, we need to clean all the grime, dirt off the floor. The floor is now dry, so we're going to be installing the insulation, which is super easy to do. This thing is pretty much just a stick-on. You take the paper, lay it flat, and you call it a day. And just like that, the whole floor is covered. This thing should be extremely quiet. The only other thing I want to do is we're going to do the other side, throw a whole bunch of stuff on the firewall, put the carpet back on, and see how loud it actually is. Because right now, this is all we have here. I want to add one on the firewall there, put the carpet back. Should be pretty minty. I'm driving this thing around and I'm not gonna lie, you can still hear the V8, which is fine by me because I do want to hear the engine, but at least now it's not super ridiculous. You can actually enjoy this thing and it's not like blasting your ears. You can still hear it, but it's definitely muffled, and that's kind of what I wanted to do because I'm driving this 1,400 miles and I don't want to kill my ears. I like it, dude. That was well worth the 30 minutes I spent doing that. Next thing I want to do is actually throw some wheel wells on this engine bay. As you can see, I have one on this side, brand freaking new. It makes the engine bay look a lot cleaner, and I'm hoping it helps with the air temperature because the air temperature in this engine bay is super hot, and I'm assuming is because of the wheel wells not having anything to kind of redirect the airflow. It's causing all the hot air to kind of stay in this bubble, and I'm hoping the wheel wells help. On top of that, it does clean the engine bay and make it look a lot nicer. So we're gonna race this side up, we're gonna take the wheel off, throw the wheel well, and this thing should look 100%. Luckily for me, installing these wheel wells are actually pretty easy. For the most part, most of the holes are aligned. These are aftermarket, but as you can see, we have one bolt there, we have another one there, and one over there. So I do need to buy more bolts, but yeah, we're just gonna tighten these up and we should have a wheel well. We'll wait for more bolts and we'll call it a day. It is so crazy to me to see that this thing was a junkyard car at one point and now it's starting to look like a complete truck. The interior is slowly coming together. We have a steering wheel now, gauge cluster, we have lights, we have gauges. Speaking of which, now we're gonna actually put our focus onto the gauges. We have oil pressure, water temperature, and now for this little installation, we're also gonna be throwing an AM wideband. This essentially is gonna tell you if this car is needing more fuel, if it has too much air, if it has very little fuel. The AFRs just tell you how the fuel delivery is being done to this vehicle. If it's not getting enough, it will tell you. If it's running too rich, if it's getting too much, it will tell you. Now let's open this up so we can throw it onto the truck. This particular kit comes with the wideband gauge, which very simple, very cool design, super small. It comes with the wideband sensor. It comes with an O2 weldable bung. It comes with 2 harnesses. That's it. Let's start installing this stuff. Gauge is now on, wiring is connected. We need to route the wiring to the very bottom of the truck now. All of this here is plug and play. The only other thing we're gonna have to do, if we look at the wideband colorings, we have a lot of random colors. The only ones we are going to be using is red, which is switched power, and black, which is ground. Everything else we're not gonna touch. So now, let me put the truck in the pavement so we can jack it up, put the O2 sensor, and then connect the rest of the wide. I completely forgot to record, but I did just drop off the S10. It is the next day. That thing is getting a bung welded for the wideband. So as soon as they said that is ready, we will come pick it up. But in the meantime, I think what I want to do is I'm going to get my buddy Rigo a birthday present. He was talking about how he needed welding gloves. I'm going to go get him some welding gloves, and then go to eat, and then go pick up the truck, and then I'll show you. But everything's getting welded right now, and we should pick that up in a couple minutes or so. Well, boys, we're officially back from RT Performance. I really didn't record anything because he was kind of busy, and I was busy, but I will show you that the wideband now works on this vehicle. Heating up. These take a while to heat up. And it's working! Every single gauge now works. Actually, I haven't done an oil change on this thing since I got it running almost 2 months ago. So today's mission is do an oil change. Oil is now out, and aside from it just being dirty, I don't see anything concerning in this. At all. Just looks like dark oil. There you go. Ooh! 43 PSI. 42, 43. So, yeah. So, it has adequate oil pressure. This thing sounds good, man. Well, boys, this video has been pretty much all over the place. And today is becoming late in the afternoon now. The sun is starting to fall down. And it is time to drive all the way to the tail of the Dragon. 1,400 miles on a truck that I built with Temu parts, cheap Chinese parts. It was a shell when I got this 3 months ago. And now it's a running, driving truck, and we're gonna test the Chinese parts by driving it 1,400 miles. Hopefully this video wasn't too boring, and hopefully I taught you something. But next video, we are driving this to the tail of the Dragon, and I am freaking nervous. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.